What up, YouTube? I'm coming back at you again with another video. Today, I want to discuss on a topic that was kind of hot today, and it's about Jason Garrett. Do you feel he's a problem? Is he the coach for us to win the Super Bowl, etc.? And I'm gonna give my opinion because today I watched on First Take, and it's the usual rhetoric of Jason Garrett is the reason the Cowboys will never win and he's holding us back. To me, it's poppycock. And I look at it as, and I've said before, I think just Jason Garrett is probably the perfect coach because he doesn't need to be out in the spotlight. Now, is he without his faults? No, he's made some mistakes, just like every coach has. But I think my main issue with this is a double standard. You will never hear what he does good, but when he messes up, that is the only thing you talk about. And I don't really take First Take too serious. It was just me surfing YouTube, and it was a video I watched. I mean, I don't respect too much of what Will Kane says. I don't respect anything Max Kellerman or Stephen A. Smith says personally. I mean, they are just on that troll on ESPN personally. But another conversation that I did take serious was on the Jam Monster on John Jock Taylor's I'm guessing his radio show, and they had a pretty good conversation, and I pretty much agree, and it was pretty much the same conversation. I can't remember his guest name. It was Kobe something. And he was more on the fence of, yes, Jason Garrett is the reason why they won't ever win. And he said something that I totally agreed with. Because he was like, most coaches, if something don't work, they will switch up the game plan. And they would say, okay, we have been stopped with this. Let's try this out. And I'll admit, even with Jason Garrett, whatever he has for the game plan is pretty much what we're gonna do that game. It don't matter because his main point was most coaches won't actually let a left tackle give up 6 sacks before they bench him in the fourth quarter, which was my biggest thing, and that kind of spiraled into a lot of things. And I agree with that because he said Garrett is worth about a loss and a half a year. I don't particularly agree with that, but I can see where they was coming from because that pretty much cost us that game. I can't really think of last year. I mean, people blame him for the people gave him the Texans loss because he didn't go for it on 4th and 1. I mean, hindsight always seemed like that is what he should have did, but honestly, I was with it. I was all about pinning them back because, as they said, Zeke had 22 carries for 52 yards with a long of 4. So we wasn't running the ball well that game. Maybe if they was creative and had Dak do it, but okay. But once again, that is hindsight being 2020. We already know what happens. D-Hop had a big play and pretty much won them the game. It is what it is. And I look at it as, I personally think we can win the Super Bowl with Jason Garrett because, honestly, I think he was screwed in 2014 to find out could we win the Super Bowl. I think Romo got screwed with that Dez Bryant catch. Maybe we still go in. Even if we score, maybe Aaron Rodgers goes down the field and has a game-winning drive. But I think we was even robbed of that drama of seeing that. But if that happens, nobody blames Romo for that or Jason Garrett. It was just meant to be. But I think he was screwed because do we go to Seattle the next week and win? Maybe not. But I would have liked to see it, like probably most of us Cowboys fans. and because I give us a good shot to go back to Seattle to beat them, especially that game. The Legion of Boom was pretty much walking. They actually was the Walking Dead, which is shown in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl versus the Pats. But I mean, because I think two of his three losses, he kind of got the raw deal. Versus Green Bay, they actually made BS calls, and it then took a miracle. I actually chalked the Rams game up as the Rams was a better team that day. It is what it is. We actually couldn't stop the run. So if you give up 273 yards rushing, I'm going to give you a 99.9% chance you are probably going to lose that game. We actually still had our shots. We actually went for it on 4th and 1 and just didn't make it. So that you actually take that back to the 4th and 1 versus Houston. But I mean, in my opinion, I think we actually can for the simple fact, to me, if Jason Garrett wasn't the coach for the team, I always say the damn team quits on you. I've never seen the Cowboys quit on Jason Garrett. Even in 2015 with the debacle of our team being all hurt, they didn't fought hard in every game, even in the games that sort of like the Patriots game where the game got dragged out late, the Bills game and all those games of the second half of the season. They actually fought hard in all those games and they never quit on them, which told me a lot about who actually he is. Even at 3-5, everybody had left him for dead. Fired damn Jason Garrett. And at that point, if they would have quit on him and went 5-11, he would be gone. But for them to go out and win 7 of the last 8 games, once again shows me what he means to the players. I don't care to hear what David Irvin says. He is just a weed head junkie who all he cares about is smoking weed. So his opinion means a little bit of nothing to me. I mean, I love T.O. T.O. feels he's the reason he's out of there. But T.O. was on a decline, and I think in the end that was what was best for Tony Romo. Romo probably wanted T.O. gone more than Jason Garrett. I mean, I'm sure both wanted him gone, but I am willing to bet Romo wanted him gone, and I would have Jason Garrett right about here. So, I mean, honestly, he actually, because we haven't won the Super Bowl, he actually hasn't got the job done. Till we win the Super Bowl, what do I want him to stay the coach? Personally, yes, I do. I like Garrett. I like what he brings. I would like for him to buck his trend. I know me and DMV talk about this a lot. We actually want to force our will on you. We don't try to trick you. We aren't throwing exotic plays and exotic motions to fool the defense. We are gonna line up our 11 and then have you stop it. It's as simple. I would like and I personally hope they actually give Kellen Moore the damn reins to actually do more exotic plays. I mean, you can't be exotic damn 100% of the time, but actually 10 to 15% just actually to give defense different looks. It is what you need to do. Easy plays. I don't want Dak to just 5 and 7 step drops with 15 to 20 yard down the field plays. Those aren't high percentage to me. I mean, that is Garrett's offense, but so I am hoping he is more versatile this year to the reins of what is being called. So let's make a break for him. The Cowboys brass is pretty much saying NFC Championship or bust. And I personally think we have the talent to do that and more. Will it happen? We we will see it out. And I don't even know if this year if injuries will save them if we put out a mass unit. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But I am banking on hopefully a good year. I mean, but I think it's more media. Honestly, the Garrett hate to me is more media propaganda because they need something to talk about personally. Because lately under Garrett, there's really been nothing to talk about. So they feed into the off field of Greg Hardy everything, Zeke suspension, David Irving getting suspended. That is pretty much it. It isn't no play. It isn't what it was, say, underway with all the T.O. drama. We are pretty much drama free. We actually have built our team during the draft. I mean, this actually team is the vision Jason Garrett wants. So hopefully it comes to fruition and we win a Super Bowl because Lord knows '96 was a long time ago. But thank y'all for staying up with me and hopefully more people see the video. Like, share, thanks, and be back with another one.